What is up, YouTube? That's it here, bringing you guys another amazing set of Patreon submitted viewer rental teams. Today we're taking a look at a super cool Yveltal team that features Togekiss, a Pokemon that we haven't really seen in a while, but I'm excited to see the work they can put in. You can see this team right here. It is Rillaboom, Talonflame, Regieleki, Kartana, Togekiss, Yveltal. I think the first thing to really note when we're looking at all these items, the little slight change that we can make. Let's start at the top. I think Rillaboom's a great mon, but if you really want to have Rillaboom with some speed investment and an Assault Vest, and you have access to Tailwind, you really got to put Knockoff on there to improve your matchup with Shadow Rider. Make so you're not 100% reliant on things like Yveltal to deal with that Pokemon, and it makes so Rillaboom can pack its own punch with that absolutely massive Knockoff. Also helps versus, Eviolite mons and other things that have like berries and stuff too. So I would personally probably cut either that U-turn or the drum beating for a knockoff, in my personal opinion. As for the Talonflame, we're seeing a special Talonflame. I really like the fact that you're tunneling in and noticing that you only really need, since you're only using fire attacks, it makes sense to use the charcoal over something like a Life Orb. So really good stuff there. Love that Talonflame set. Great stuff. Love to see that. Regieleki, I think you're spreading yourself a little bit too thin by not having Thunderbolt. There's a lot of times where you're going to find that you don't want to Volt Switch out. You want to just stay in and deal damage with Thunderbolt and maintain board position. So I do think Volt Switch is cool, but I'd still rather cut that for Thunderbolt. I would actually really just cut the Reflect for Thunderbolt and, not have screens. I actually think if you're even going to run screens, I would say this team actually would benefit a little bit more from a light screen over the Reflect, because a lot of your weaknesses, like Rillaboom, is going to take a lot of special attacks. Togekiss is going to take a lot of special attacks. Yveltal's weak against special attacks, like Electric, Fairy, Ice. Those are all special attacks, so it might be just a little bit more beneficial to, have a light screen there instead of Reflect if you do need it. As for Kartana, the only thing really worth talking about on Kartana is the fact that you should definitely be using Detect over Protect, just because you can't really imprison Detect, but you can imprison Protect, and it does happen, and it happens more often in this format than in other formats, so you definitely cut that for Detect. As for Togekiss, that's a pretty cool set. I say whenever using Yawn, you always got to have the Protect there, so you can go Yawn Protect the next turn. Really like that set. Personally, if it were me, I'd run this a little bit more bulkier with the leftovers. I don't really think you're getting that much value out of like a bulkier set with Scope Lens Super Luck, but that's just my personal opinion, to each their own. And last but not least, Yveltal. I talked a little bit about that Talonflame using mostly fire attacks, right? Only fire attacks, and going for the charcoal. Yveltal's a little bit of the same thing, since obviously you want that Life Orb Foul Play. Like, I've ran that calc. Like, that's a great calc to have with the Dark Aura boost. You can get the relatively same calc by going Black Glasses, and the numero uno thing here is not that, like, you don't need to deal as much damage. Is that if we actually take a look at our EVs, which we're going to take a look at right now, you're using Life Orb off of a special attack stat that doesn't have any investment. It's just Modest Nature. So it's obviously here just for foul play, right? And so you can get the same amount of Life Orb damage by going Black Glasses instead. It's a 1.2 boost instead of 1.3. And the cool thing about that is it doesn't show your item, so they're going to assume your vest. They're going to assume you have all these different item choices that you could have, Weakness Policy, or, Choice Scarf, or, literally anything. The fact that your Life Orb just shows your hand a little bit too early, and since it's mostly for this foul play anyways, I just think it's a better idea to put Black Glasses here. If we take a look at the rest of the EVs, like I said, Togekiss has some significant special attack investments, so it makes sense that you are going with the Scoop Luck Super Lens. Super Luck Scoper Lens, Lamau. Super Luck Scope Lens, and makes sense you're going for this set. Very good stuff. Talonflame, great EV spread here. Some special attack investment. I would say that we can probably optimize this a little bit more. Let's try and see what we can actually get done right here. Because 74 is higher than 69, so we actually want to put our nature here instead. So we only get to 112. That's the number we're trying to get to. What can we do by putting our nature there? 112. So probably about like 60. Yep. And so this number, what was it before? It was 114, and it's the exact same. It's the exact same amount. It doesn't really matter then. It really doesn't even matter, I guess, at that point. It's the exact same, so there's only 5 difference. But you know what? It's always a good idea to try to put your nature in your highest stack, because that's where you get that 10% boost from. So good stuff. And again, Talonflame doesn't really need speed boost. It doesn't really need speed investment, because you can just Tailwind out of that. Regieleki, you're going to have to put speed in there. You actually haven't even used all of your Regieleki points. So if you're going to be utilizing this Pokemon not being able to outspeed Shadow Rider is a big no-no. So you definitely have to put at least 20 to be able to speed tie Pheromosa, outspeed Shadow Rider. I'd put the 28 and say guarantee outspeed Mosa. That's the lowest amount of speed you can put on this Pokemon and still actually get value out of it. And then you just take stuff out of there and go like this. If you want to be lazy, if you want to be optimal, you actually don't put any in HP. You put like 116 here, and you put like 108 here. You want to put a little bit more in defense just because Grassy Glide, Aqua Jet, Sucker Punch are pretty common revenge KO moves. You just put the last 4 there. Huh. Ah, what did I do? There we go. There we go. So, yeah, you want to just put the last 4 there. But, yeah, other than that, that's a better Lucky spread than the one you're actually using. And it's faster. It's faster and bulkier than the one you submitted. As for Kartana, this is a similar situation. You don't really need to be this speed because 109, if you're not even utilizing your speed nature, which you definitely should be, the fact that you're adamant means you're throwing it away because you're not even outspeeding base 100s, which is very, very not great. Like 161 is definitely not going to be it. And like 161 is like no man's land. You're not outspeeding. You're missing your outspeeds on so many different Pokemon. If anything, you're going to be full speed, but like, sorry, you're going to be speed boosting nature, but you'd be something like that. That outspeeds base 100s, right? And then you get the luxury of going like 68 points like right over here, and that's like actually really, really nice. Or even 68 points up here to make it so you can eat physical attacks a little bit better. But you do not need to be adamant on this Pokemon, and even if you are gonna be adamant, you still wouldn't go full speed. What you would do is you'd make sure that you can guarantee outspeed something like a Kyogre. So let's just go find out what a Kyogre's speed could be. You can't outspeed Zern with an adamant one, but you can outspeed a Kyogre. So let's just plug in. I was looking at something for Deoxys a little while ago. Let's just plug in a Kyogre here. So Kyogre, set this to 50. And you can see like the fastest a Kyogre can get. And this counts for all 90. So Kyogre, Groudon, Reshiram, Zekrom is 156. So we got to get to 157 on our Kartana. That is right here. So 157, looks like we probably can hit it. Yep, so we can go like 236 maybe. That's a little bit too high. Is it 216? 156, so 224. Huh. So that outspeeds Kyogre, and then you found the luxury of going like 28 here, and then like 4 here or something like that. And you give yourself just a little bit more bulk than you normally would have if you wanted to go adamant, which I still wouldn't recommend. If you were going to go plus speed nature, I do something like that to outspeed, guarantee outspeed base 100s, and just put the rest of these 68 points either in HP defense or special defense. Is up to you. As for Rillaboom, you're so close. Like 111 doubles to 222, which means you're speed tying Shadow Rider, which is not really optimal. You definitely got to go for that 60 here so you can outspeed Shadow Rider and Pheromosa. And like I said, like this set here, I understand the value of Bulk Rilla. I do. I think Bulk Rilla is really, really nice, but you need just a little bit more speed. You can probably take some out of actually the special defense, in my opinion, just because you already have the Assault Vest to mitigate that. And then I would really cut this move for knockoff. That's what I would do in this situation if it were me, just because I do think it gives you so much more value versus like Shadow Rider. This would still this would still KO Shadow Rider, I think, just because it is 4 times super effective. I like that you're still putting your nature in your highest stat, so good stuff there. And other than that, I think this team can actually be really cool, and I'm excited to play some games with it. So let's hop into some games, see if we get some wins. Wish me luck. Here we go. Probably shouldn't be doing this, but I'm potentially tanking my rank 1 potential shooting shot to test these teams. What? Okay, Yveltal mirror match? Alright, okay. I'm like, what? No way, Yveltal mirror match. I mean, Yulecki's good here. Tokus is great here. Are we actually going to even climb with this team? They have fake outs. They have Comfey Yveltal. Comfey Yveltal versus us. Huh. I don't see a situation where Lucky's bad. Cinderace is a little bit of a problem. I'm not going to lie. It is a little bit of a problem. Let's see. Do we really want to go Togekiss Lucky? I kind of like Togekiss Lucky because, like, we can just peel off that Yveltal for days. It's great versus a lot of those mons. I think we bring our own Yveltal in the back. I think Talonflame's still good here, too. Be able to, like, reapply Tailwind. It's just here for Tailwind. I mean, it's good versus Rilla, I guess. That's probably Water Shifu. So maybe it'd be better to bring Rilla here. Now, I actually think we need to actually do our very, very best to, like, deal with that Yveltal. If we can deal with the Yveltal, I don't know. I kind of like the cart here, too. See, we're also playing in such good players. It's so hard to know what I should be doing in this situation. I still have 10 seconds. Maybe U-turn on this guy. I'll bring the Talonflame, and that's probably the wrong play. And I'll be the first to say it. I think Talonflame is probably not great, but like I kind of need to set Tailwind to actually have speed control in this matchup. So let's see. Togekiss can be a huge bully here against something like Yveltal. as long as I'm not just foddering our Togekiss, I actually want to play super defensive of our Togekiss, I think. So let's see what they're going to lead with. Cool. Cinderace. Gotta watch out for Iron Heads and Gunk Shots. Lecky. I don't see a problem with double protecting. I really just don't. And then I'll probably switch in something that can give me a little bit more pressure. I might even just switch out this Togekiss term over Talonflame. It's not even a bad play. Because Talonflame doesn't really care about eating a Gunk Shot. I'll go for the double protect. I don't think that Cinderace is setting up too hard. I really have to watch out for Sucker Punches, though, from that Cinderace. So I want to see what they're doing. I wonder if they're going to be setting up somehow. We'll see. Cinderace isn't as common anymore. You don't really see a ton of it. Let's see if it's Gunk Shot or Iron Head. There's the Fake Out. Into the Lucky Slot, so it's respecting my Sash. Good play. And the Gunk Shot. So it's almost like I play the game. It's almost like I play Pokemon Sword and Shield every single day, and I'm a top player, and I know exactly what I need to be doing to win. I can't just fodder this Kiss, though. And they should actually, did they get the change? They did. They're a poison type now. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to Volt Switch in there. I think you just come in hard with this Talonflame here, and then you bring out the Yveltal there. Protect, Tailwind or something. Maybe that's kind of how we're gonna have to do it. This is another situation where if I had Thunderbolt, just raw Thunderbolt, I'd use Thunderbolt. So let's see what they're doing here. Cool. I'm actually happy that they're changing to being a normal type now. I like this. I wonder why they would go for that. Are they just party shotting? I might have to be reflecting here. This might be a good situation for reflect. Because I don't think Volt Switch and actually Volt Switch Electro Overheat might be enough to take that thing out. We do need to do those things. He is resetting his Fake Out. He's probably bringing in a Rillaboom here. I wouldn't be surprised. It's such a hard game. Hard game at the high ladder. Very, very scary stuff. I outspeed Cinderace here. And we know that that's a weakness policy on the Yveltal. We know this. I think I'm just going to Volt Switch there. And I actually think I am going to pull the trigger and just go for a big Overheat in that slot. And then I'll Tailwind next turn. Or can I Tailwind now? I think I might actually just Tailwind now. I'm gonna Tailwind now. I think there's a high chance he's switching in Talonflame. Or sorry, switching in Sin to get an Intimidate. And I don't think I can... I don't think that I... First of all, they would have outsped our Talonflame anyways with that Cinderace. So I wouldn't... I'd be eating an attack here anyways, but this at least guarantees that I get up my Tailwind. So it's really, really nice. And I'm getting my Lucky out of dodge. What would he be using against Talonflame? Gunk Shot? I'm switching the Togekiss in case there's a Dark Attack coming in that slot. That's the right play. I don't think they'd Gunk Shot here. Don't think they'd Gunk Shot a Lucky. Oh my god, they're Gunk Shotting a Lucky. Oh my god, can you miss, please? Please, can you just miss? Please just miss. Never freaking Lucky. Alright, that's fine. They hit Talonflame. Talonflame. I'm happy I got the Tailwind up then. Snarl is absolutely fine. We're going to crit through that. I'm going to crit through it. We get a free switch into our Lucky. Volt Switch, Dazzling Gleam should be enough to pick up KOs on the things that we want now. Or, sorry, Electro Dazzling Gleam. Should be. It's a Magnet boosted full special attack Lucky. Yeah. We have a -1 on the Togekiss. We just have to crit, right? We just have to crit through it. Let's go! Probably could get away with yawning here too. But we're procking the policy, so we might as well just go all in, right? We might as well just go in. I don't think Sucker Punch can KO our Lucky, but it might. Switching out back for Incin, right? Probably protecting. Let's see how much damage we get. Comfey, go for it. Go for it. So we've seen all 4 of the mons. These 2, plus Incin and Yveltal. We still have our own Yveltal in the back, so it's good for Incin in the late game. It's going to do a lot of damage with the Comfey here. Yeah, I'm happy with the way this is looking. We have to crit with our Togekiss eventually, right? I'd still like to get a crit this turn too. It would go right through that Snarl that they put on us. There's the big D-Gleam. That Cinderace is back to being a normal type Pokemon, so it's going to be super... It's going to be neutral damage. Yeah, big damage. Is that a crit? Yep, there it is. So they know that we're Crit Kiss right now. They know everything that we could possibly do. And we're just going to go for the Electrobes. Potentially get a double KO this turn. I wouldn't be surprised to see them switch out Comfey for Yveltal. Okay, they're going for a 4 healing. I still think we KO if we crit the Cinderace. I like this play from them. I do like it. If I get the crit, though, it's dead. So, Electro Web, making my connection. Single target Deepling. Right, can single target Deepling. This is -1 if I don't get my crit. But I think we have it if we just get our crit. Scope Lens Super Luck, let's go! Togekiss! Yo, never ever lucky! Can you miss a gunk shot to save my life, please? 2 gunk shots back to back! Oh, that fucking hurts me so bad! Oh, I'm so unlucky! We've been hit with 2 gunk shots, but my Scope Lens Super Luck Kiss can't actually get anything done. Oh, that hurts. That's probably gonna lose me the game. Togekiss was how we beat the Yveltal, guys. I don't think it was wrong to switch out there. I think that was the right play. You gotta play a little bit risky the higher you are on the ladder, I think. If I hard switched in my Yveltal there, I just would have slowly lost. We do outspeed Yveltal or that Cinderace with our Aleki, but I'm just feeling like we have almost no shots in this situation. I mean, we can't really do any damage to that Sin. We could go for a double protect. I think we have to just hard protect here with the Aleki because we still need the Aleki. And we're so behind now that we have to just attack with the Yveltal. Like, they could fake out Aleki and Pyro Ball our Yveltal and we would just lose. Cool, I'm happy to see them go back and protect. Like, we're giving them a free turn here. I wonder if they're just going like protect Snarl or parting shotting. I don't really care. We're going to be using Dark Aura boosted moves in a moment. This is going to be free damage against this and Sin. Roughly 20-30% maybe. That's not bad. Again, it's not terrible. Parting shots. Yep, into the Yveltal slot. So now we're just going to basically be a Foul Play bot for the remainder of the game. Foul Play Life Orb. And remember, that Cinderace over there is using... What is it? It's sorry, not Cinderace. The Yveltal is Policy. So my plan is actually to Electro Web, kill the Cinderace, give the Yveltal +2, and then KO it with a Foul Play. That is my plan here. So I'm going to be playing to proc their Policy. My Tail and Peter's out. I think we're going to be okay there as long as we hit this. As long as we hit our Electro Webs, we should be fine. We need to hit the Electro Webs on the Cinderace and the Yveltal. Sucker, I don't know if I die. I would say, though, I would say that my Aleki would live this. All right, we lost. Oh, we got crit! Fuck! Ah, that's so annoying! Ah, that's so annoying! That's so annoying. Obviously, Sucker Punch there was the right play, but remember our Lucky spread was that 252 HP set that you gave us? It would have been able to actually live it, probably even through a crit, if you had the defense set that I recommended. That's so frustrating. We had this game so many times! So many times we had this game. It's just really frustrating losing. Like, Cinderace took us to the fucking blender here. Like, Pyro Ball, crit, 2 gunk shots back to back. Like, it's really, really unfortunate. And the fucking burn. Are you real? Are you absolutely real right now? And our Togekiss didn't get the crits either. That's frustrating as all hell. But, you know, we're playing the game. We're at the very tippy top of the ladder. And if you would make the changes that I recommended at the start of the video, the bulkier Lecky that had a little bit more speed, you know, the Yveltal that had a little bit better item, a little bit better set, I think we would have been able to win. So I just got to hold the L and know that I personally think that the changes that we talked about would make the team function better to where that wouldn't happen to us. Still, a loss like that's really, really frustrating. And it just goes to show, though, that like if you change your EVs to what they should be and your moves to what they should be, you know, we can make it so even when our opponents get that lucky, we still have our shots. Nidoqueen with Resher, or with Kyurem White. Wow, Kyurem White is a huge bully against this team. Like, that is just hard for Yveltal to beat. Togekiss does okay. Kartana does okay. I actually like the fact that we have Sash Cart here. Let's see, though. I think we're going to need to bring Talonflame, but we need to bring Talonflame in the back. I think Talonflame in the back is going to be a lot better. I wouldn't be surprised to see, like, in Sin with, like, Parting Shots and Snarls play against, like, the Yveltal. I think something like this can be really, really good. Togekiss and Cart are very, very nice here. And if they want to go for, like, Tailwind Whims and just go all in with stuff, well, then that's when we bring our Talonflame in the back. Regilecky's not going to be as good as it looks here. Actually, is it? Actually, Regilecky... No, there's the Nidoqueen. I can't bring Regilecky. I can't. It would just be lining up to die. I think something like this is going to be our best shot. Very, very cool team. Again, we are playing at the tippy top of the ladder. Kirim White is going to be hard to beat. And I will say, remember how we talked about the fact that you're adamant Kartana? Kirim White outspeeds that probably if they're timid. And most of the Kirim Whites you see are actually Scarf sets. So let's see if this one's going to be like a Scarf set. We'll be able to know a little bit after the first couple turns of the game. I would hate to see them lead Whims, just because Talonflame is such a big check. And unless they're going Whims and Sin, which I think is totally fine. So in Sin, Nidoqueen, it's a great lead. That's a standard lead respecting my options. And I'm totally fine seeing that. I have no problem with this. We're going to eat and Intimidate. I'm probably just switching out this card. Turn 1, protecting Togekiss. Next turn, switching out Togekiss for a card to block a poison attack. So we're just doing our best to mitigate their turn 1 pressure. Good thing is they can't really do that much with it. We're going to switch in there and just protect. Hopefully we don't eat like a Flare Blitz or something. I would not be surprised to see a Fake Out in a card slot this turn just to respect our Sash option and break my Sash. So switching to Yveltal, see if they're Fake Outing or not. I guess they could be Flamethrowing too. I don't really think they would. Because like Togekiss could just redirect. So if anything, there might be Fake Out in this Togekiss slot. And going for the Flamethrower on the cart would be a good play too. There's the Fake Out. That slot. So they're going super standard. I want to see if it's Sludge Bomb here. Awesome. Great. It's exactly like what I talked about. This is a perfect play so far. Now the only issue is, see, your Yveltal just doesn't really pack any damage. I guess I'll go for a Dark Pulse. It probably does more damage to Nidoqueen than Foul Play does. And we'll switch in our cart here. But yeah, we're not in the greatest spot, and we are switching in a cart to deal with an Sin. That's something I never would recommend ever in my life. But we're doing this to block the Sludge Bomb so we can save our Togekiss. So if we lose our Togekiss early, we're going to be in a bad spot. And Kartana is still nice, but we don't really necessarily need it to win this game. So there's a Dark Pulse. I'd love to see a flinch here. Big Life Orb Dark Pulse. Not going to be getting the KO on him. Probably a vested Nidoqueen, to be completely honest. There's the Sludge Bomb. We block that up. Are you Flare Blitzing my shot? Okay, cool. This is perfect. Perfect, perfect. They are resetting their Fake Out. They are resetting their Intentional Intimidate and doing damage to us. But remember, mostly what we want to do with this Yveltal is use Foul Play, right? We want to use their own attack against them. Those big restricted mons have humongous base attack stats. So, yeah, we can be great here. They're probably going to go Tailwind, Flamethrower into our Nidoqueen. So I actually think what we want to do is probably just Foul Play from there. We're gonna protect for one turn and then we're gonna switch. And we're planning on switching so we can bait them into going for Encore. Great use of Whimsicott here. Good thing that we also mixed it up, went for Foul Play. I like this. I like this quite a bit. I would not mind to see the Moonblast here either into my Yveltal than Tailwind. Just personally, I think that would be a better play from them, like reading my defensive play here. Let's see what they want to go for. So Cart's protecting. Definitely switching this thing out next turn. And Moonblast, good play. See, good players making good plays. Like, it sucks we're taking this damage, right? It does. It absolutely sucks we're taking this damage. But it is the right play from them. We also get to do some good damage here since Sin here. That's good damage. Alright, so we are going to want to go for an Oblivion Wing into that Whims to heal all of our health back. So we're probably going to have to protect here. And we're going to switch in our Togekiss, which is unfortunate. And the next turn we'll be able to go for, like, we saw Moonblast, which is the right play over D-Gleam. We'll be able to go for Follow Me, Oblivion Wing into that Whims. Hopefully we'll be able to clock the Sash. I know we have a -1 from the parting shot, but we'll see what we can get done here. Yveltal's a cool restrictive, but I think this Life Orb set is hindering you a little bit more than, you know, helping us. It's not really giving us any additional damage rolls that we wouldn't normally have, and it's just making us take a lot of damage. They're nuking our cart this turn, which is a really, really good play. So Moonblast plus Flare Blitz in that slot. Respecting our Protect, or sorry, disrespecting our Protect. Looks like we're not going to die just yet. Yeah, that is very, very unfortunate, I would say. We need to go for the Oblivion Wing into the Whims, and we need to go for, I would say we have to go for a Follow Me, which I'm really not a fan of because I don't want to fodder this, but it is what it is. That Instant should be within range for Sacred Sword from Kartana at this point. So we'll see. This is still, we are behind at this point. We are significantly behind. Hopefully they don't crit our Togekiss this turn and redirect that Flare Blitz into our Yveltal. There's the Moonblast, awesome. Hopefully this leaves us a sliver. Oh, talk about never lucky. That's a +1. That's super high rolled, that one. We are still going to be able to hit our Oblivion Wing, though. We are at -1. I'm doing this just to break Sash, basically. Yep, there's a Sash break. And again, I get a lot of health back from this that we needed. It would have been nice if Togekiss was able to hang on there. Look at this, though. Bam, look at this. Woo! A lot of health. And then we take that Life Orb damage. We're taking 3 ticks of Life Orb, and that's a lot. And that parting shot is just such a huge bully. We should probably be, we should be switching Yveltal out, but I mean, at this point, we can just use it for foul play, right? Are they coming in with Nidoqueen? I have no problem with Nidoqueen here. Because I'm probably bringing my Talonflame, and Talonflame can be an absolutely massive bully. Yeah, I like Nidoqueen. So I can foul play KO the Nidoqueen. We can trade Tailwinds, and then... See, they should respect our Talonflame here. They should respect us, but they're not. They're not going to respect us, I know it. They should respect us, though, but they're not. I'm going to go foul play here and just pop a Tailwind, because Talonflame could just Brave Bird Gale Wings that Whimsicott. And that's unfortunate that... like, if they taunt us, that's the biggest disrespect. So, we're cool. We're trading Tailwinds. Like, I could have just killed him right there. I could have just killed it, but remember, your Talonflame's a little bit too slow, so we can't. They know that they're faster than us now, which is unfortunate, for sure. So, we should be able to get the KO with the Nidoqueen, though. Life Orb, Foul Play, Boost. Awesome. So, that's 1 KO down. That Incin is within range for Sacred Sword, as long as we don't get intimidated, because we are using that Adamant card. That's one good thing about that. I want to see if it's Reshiram right now. I want to see if it's Reshiram. Sorry, Kyurem right now. That'd be unfortunate, but not the end of the world. I think they have to, though, because like they are a little bit pinned here. There's the Kyurem right there. Cool. So how do I actually want to do this? They are going to outspeed our Yveltal. I kind of want to just protect my Yveltal for one turn and go for the Heat Wave to KO the Whims. And then... would we lose our Talonflame this turn because of that? Maybe. I think I'll foul play the Kyurem slot just to get that slot weakened. And I guess I can... There's no reason I shouldn't double protect, I guess, but I think I don't have a problem going Heat Wave. Actually, you really don't want to double protect because you can get Encored. Yeah, just a helping hand. They want to go for the Raw Blizzard. They shouldn't get a KO on the Talonflame. Yeah, Freeze Dry's totally fine. I don't have a problem with that. Oh, really? Into Talonflame with a Freeze Dry. Not going to do it. Heat Wave. Hits both targets. Wow, they doubled into that. They really wanted that Talonflame down. That's very, very surprising. It makes sense to ignore the Yveltal. They've already disrespected our ability to protect before, and so they tried to nuke it again. Remember, I did actually think about protecting our Yveltal, so they did actually think about that. Yeah, our Talonflame is very bulky. I think at this point we just have to fodder one of our Pokemon. Yveltal's at -2. Cart can come in and be a big bully against either of these mons, and either of these mons going to KO. I don't see a problem with double protecting here, just to wait out the fake out. And then I guess we just let one of our mons die. If we double into the Kyurem, we should be alright. So double protect here should be okay. Overheat should be enough to KO, so should Foul Play again. I want to see if they go with like a Protect Kyurem this turn and go for a Flare Blitz into our, you know, any of our mons. Talonflame basically needs to get grinded down by Kyurem. And Talonflame doesn't outspeed Kyurem either, I don't think, unless they're like... Yeah, they look to be very, very fast. They look to be a fast Kyurem. They were faster than us last turn. So the fact that that Kyurem is still really, really fast, that's a big problem. And it means that we just need a little bit more speed on some of these mons. So the fake out on the Talonflame, probably Freeze Dry on the Yveltal that turn. Awesome. Good to see. So I'm going to try and trade 1-for-1 with this Kyurem. They can outplay this by going like Protect Kyurem and then coming in with the Yveltal, but then I just have my cart and then their Protect's on cooldown. So I think I got it. I think I have it. I'd rather them hit... I guess, hit my Talonflame, so my Yveltal can go for the 100% accuracy move. If they KO my Yveltal, my Talonflame misses an Overheat, I'll probably lose this game. So let's go. Freeze Dry, who are you hitting? Sounds... Oh, they're hitting the target that can make me miss the game and lose it. Survey says, do we have a crumb of luck? Yes, we do. Special Sweeper Talonflame. I think that might have been invested on the Kyurem, actually, instead of the Nidoqueen. It's highly possible, because they took a lot of damage from that Dark Pulse. Maybe it was the Life Orb Sheer Force Nidoqueen. There's the Throat Chop. It's going to come down to Incineroar versus Cart, but this is the one situation where, like, Adamant Sash Kartana is really, really nice, and I think we can just get the Incin. Unless it's some sort of Chopple set, and they get a burn with their Flare Blitz. They probably think they got this, but we're rocking... This is the one time in history that the Sacred Sword Adamant Kartana is going to be optimal. It's like a quick claws, watch. Let's go for it. Are you Choppleberry like a good player? You're not. You're not. You're gone. We won. We are winning with viewer-submitted rental teams on the very tippy top of the ladder. Like, we are using suboptimal teams that definitely need fixing, and we're winning. So, my heart needs just the biggest break. My heart needs the biggest break. Oh my gosh, that was so stressful. You can check out the rental team one more time over here. Whew. Let's manage teams I'm renting. right here. Again, I do think that you want to put a little bit more speed in that Rillaboom. That was one of the reasons why we couldn't actually use it today. It was in no man's land of speed tiers. So was the Kartana and Kartana and Talonflame. Talonflame worked out great. Kartana was safe, but there's speed tiers. You have them in a little bit of no man's land where they already are way over speeding a bunch of stuff and under speeding things they could be outspeeding. So either take out a bunch of speed on the Kartana and make it a little bit bulkier, and maybe if you're gonna do that, maybe think about not even sashing it at that point. I personally would just use a that 188 investment set. I guess I'll show my screen again. It's gonna be like right here. Yeah, I would personally use like a Kartana set that looks more like that, and then put these last 68 points somewhere else. Just because I generally do feel, and then you could put a life orb on the cart if you really wanted to, and make it like that, and be sure to make this into detect, and make your set a little bit more like that. That's a pretty decent Kartana set. I would really recommend the Black Glasses. We took so much damage just from the Life Orb, and it never gave us like secured KOs on things that Black Glasses wouldn't give us as well. So Yveltal's hard to use, and again, I think you need a little bit of speed on this guy just to make it so your +1 calcs are actually, working. Like we fought that Cinderace, we were able to Electro and then not outspeed the Cinderace. That's not acceptable for something like Yveltal. And again, you also need to make your Lucky. You need to make your Lucky fast enough to be able to actually outspeed things so you can use Electro Web. It's been rough using these rental teams when people aren't submitting optimal things, and that's not something that normally gets to me. I guess I'm a little bit tilted than normal today just because I've had a rough day of streaming. But I do think that there is a lot of good in this team. I think you're so close, and I think if you make these changes, if I'm able to win at the top of Master Ball with it, anyone can win with it, especially after these changes are made. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys want to submit your own teams, the link to the Patreon is in the description. I think the post is about a week old now, but you can go check that out, post your own teams, and I'm trying my best to use every single team that was submitted. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you had a great day, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.